Have you ever been solving and paused for 10 seconds straight? Then this is the video for you. This is the ultimate guide to improving your look ahead. The first step is to be able to do all your F2L pairs without looking. You need to be able to see a pair, close your eyes, and solve it. But obviously just closing your eyes in the middle of a solve isn't going to do anything. So step 2 is to be able to look for your next pair while you're doing your current pair. But this is hard, so you need to slow down your turning at first. Some people do this with the metronome, but let's be honest. Do you want to listen to this all day? If that helps you turn slower and doesn't make you lose your mind, then by all means go ahead. But for most people, this isn't a very good practice technique. So instead you could just slow down your turning so you can see better. Yes, I know you hear it everywhere and it's boring, but it works. There's no way you're going to be able to look ahead at 20 TPS, so slow down. Step 3. Another way to improve your look ahead is by changing some of your algorithms to accommodate your look ahead in speed. Some algorithms are really bad for your look ahead because they move pieces all over the place. A lot of algs that include wide moves will really mess up your look ahead. But some algorithms have a different problem, which is just being long. And you might be thinking, well, the longer your alg is, the longer you have to look for your next pieces. But if you really think about it, these long algs are making it really hard to track pieces through the whole algorithm, and they're just making your solve longer. If you're trying to look ahead with garbage algs, it's not going to work very well. So make sure your algorithms are good, which leads us on to step 4, which is actually looking for pieces. But before we get to that, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you obliterate the like button and annihilate the subscribe button. Common look ahead advice is look away from the pair that you're currently solving, but just looking away doesn't do much. So where are you supposed to look? Well, you're not looking at what you already know. So if you already know what's in your front slots and that's not what you're looking for, then obviously that's a waste of time. Instead, you should be looking at where new information is coming from. So if the algorithm you're using is bringing pieces out of this back right slot, then that's where you should be looking. Now don't confuse this with looking at the pair you're solving. You should be looking at what's coming out of this slot, not what's going in. The best strategy. Find your corner first, then the edge that goes with it. This is done for 2 reasons. First, corners are generally easier to find. There are fewer of them and they can be hidden in fewer places compared to edges. And you only have to look for one color, which is your cross color. Second, once you've found your corner, it's easier to deduce an edge than it is to find a corner without looking to the back of your cube, which is something that I used to struggle with a lot. So corner first, then edge. And finally, we move on to step 5. If you do a few slow solves with these techniques but never do them in your real solves, nothing is going to change. So implement these things into your normal solves. You'll probably feel really slow and your speed might actually decrease for a bit. But if you stick with it, you'll slowly be able to increase your turn speed and get better at looking ahead.